Watch this and we're gonna talk about it.
with very attractive women, they don't get an insight into the average man and how average men behave. They get an insight into men that are incredibly intimidated by their beauty or incredibly lustful after their beauty. So they see men either kind of ignore them. So the quiet good guys either just kind of intimidated by them, but the loud, gregarious, kind of adulterous men are after them. So they'll see guys that will leave their wives to be with you. They'll see guys that will drop everything to kind of, even if their girlfriend's in the same room, they'll quickly stick you their number. They'll see guys that will risk their jobs, if they're your boss, to be with you. So they see men as these huge risk takers that will do anything to have sex with you. So what ends up happening is she loses her naivety about a man. She no longer thinks men are faithful. She's seen so many men break up whatever they have just to be with you and just to access you. She's seen so many men who break their back just to touch you. So what happens is when her husband now says to her, just there's a new colleague at work, her brain is like, well, every colleague at my work has always hit on me. Are you hitting on this girl? Or if her husband says, I'm just going to the gym, she's like, well, whenever I go to the gym, somebody hits on me. What are you doing? So they end up being suspicious because they are privy to men at their worst when they're sexually attracted to a woman. They don't have that naivety that a more plain woman would have, where she could walk past a guy in a bikini and he doesn't harass her. She knows if she walks past a guy in a bikini, it drops everything. So she sees men as more dangerous than they are. And in her defense, beautiful women are also, it takes a certain level of confidence and a certain level of no fear of rejection to access a beautiful girl. So her pool of men tend to be the men that are more likely to be unfaithful.
Some truth to that. But the only takeaway I want for you guys who are intimidated by super beautiful women who think that, oh gee, she wouldn't talk to her. She absolutely would talk to you. She absolutely would talk to her. And honestly, throw yourself out there, not even in hopes. I mean, do throw yourself out there in hopes of getting the number, but throw yourself out there for the sake of throwing yourself out there just to get practice and get comfortable with rejection and get comfortable with approaching somebody that like that's how you gonna get over that intimidated, scared feeling, is by throwing yourself out there and doing it. It works. It absolutely works. It works for me in sales because I used to be so scared to approach people. I used to be so scared to hear a no. I used to feel so bad when I didn't get a sale, but now it's just it doesn't bother me, and it's actually fun. And because I got over it. I got over the fear by throwing myself out there. So throw yourself out there. She absolutely would talk to you. She absolutely would find you interesting.